I'm PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, September 16th. Of course, still quite an active scene in the tropical region of the Atlantic Basin. We actually now have 3 Category 2 hurricanes. One is Sally, right now making landfall right around the border region of Mississippi and Alabama. Again, maximum sustained winds at 100 miles per hour, classified as a Category 2 storm. We also have Teddy out in the central Atlantic and Paulette out in the northern Atlantic, both categorized as Category 2 storms with maximum sustained winds at 100 miles per hour. In addition, we have a few waves this tucked away in the southwestern part of the Gulf of Mexico could very well reach tropical depression or even tropical storm status over the next day or two. And then in the far eastern Atlantic, we have Tropical Storm Vicky and a couple other waves way out in the east central Atlantic and the northeast part of the Atlantic. Sally is continuing to produce some tremendous rainfall in the northern Gulf coastal region from primarily the area just west of Tallahassee in Florida to Mobile Bay in Alabama. Some areas will easily end up with 2 feet of rain in this particular situation, maybe more than that in some spots. Continues to be a very slow mover to the north in general, a north to northeast direction at only 3 miles per hour. It will continue at a very slow pace over the next 12 to 24 hours or so, and that is, of course, one of the causes of some of these tremendous rainfall amounts. It just is not going to go away. Eventually, by later tonight or tomorrow, it does push through southern Alabama into Georgia and finally reaches the Carolinas, but it takes a couple of days, probably in the latter part of Friday, to reach the Carolinas and then exit off the mid-Atlantic coastline. But again, a very slow mover and now a Category 2 Hurricane Sally. Well, here's the latest colorized infrared satellite imagery loop, and you can see the landfall just to the east of the Mississippi-Alabama border region. Again, dumping tremendous rain from, let's say, Mobile Bay, Alabama, all the way into the western part of the Florida Panhandle. New Orleans has certainly escaped the worst of this particular event here. It will continue to move slowly to the north and east, crossing southern Alabama into Georgia and finally reaching the Carolinas by later on Friday, and it'll continue to remain at a snail's pace here, not reaching the Carolinas until late Friday. So again, maximum sustained winds as of the latest observation at 8 a.m., 100 miles per hour, classified as a Category 2 hurricane. Well, let's walk through the last night's operational run of the GFS 6Z run here, and here is Hurricane Sally as of early this morning. By the way, up in the Mid-Atlantic region, some brilliant sunrise this morning with a brilliant orange-red sun, again affected by an upper-level layer of smoke that has moved all the way from the western part of the U.S. across the northern U.S. into the Mid-Atlantic region. Not only dimmed the sunshine yesterday, but today as well. That upper layer of smoke around 15 to 20,000 feet up, relatively high, and again a brilliant orange-red sun coming up this morning in the Mid-Atlantic region. Meanwhile, down in the south, Hurricane Sally, Category 2 storm, now making landfall, and let's push forward here. Again, very slow mover across southern and central Alabama over the next 12 to 18 hours or so. It works its way into Georgia by early tomorrow, and it will weaken quite significantly, quite quickly once it does get inland. This is the forecast map for tomorrow evening. It arrives in the Carolinas with some heavy rainfall, and at the same time, look at this, a strong Canadian high pressure system across southern part of Canada. There will be a strong cold front dropping south and east across the Great Lakes into the Mid-Atlantic region by late Thursday night time frame, and it should pass through by the day on Friday. Let's move a little bit ahead here, and here we are late Thursday night into Friday morning. It's certainly still on the table that some heavy rainfall from the remnants of Sally makes its way all the way into the southeastern part of Virginia, perhaps clipping the Delmarva Peninsula Thursday night, early Friday time frame. Again, at the same time, a chilly air mass for this time of the year will be crossing Great Lakes and moving into the mid-Atlantic region. The winds will pick up Friday afternoon in the I-95 corridor region of the mid-Atlantic region, northeast U.S., as this chilly air mass and strong high pressure moves into the region. And it will turn out to be some of the coolest air of the season so far. Highs likely confined to the mid or upper 60s in many of the I-95, much of the I-95 corridor, D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, not only Saturday and Sunday, but perhaps Friday afternoon and Monday as well. So it looks like a 3 or 4 day period of well below normal temperatures for the Mid-Atlantic, the Great Lakes, the Northeast U.S. We're talking Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Well, let's in fact take a little closer look at the temperature pattern over the next several days. This is the forecast from the 6Z operational run of the GFS of 850 millibar temperature anomaly, starting off the day with above normal conditions in the Great Lakes and Northeast U.S. But look at upstream. All this purple represents way below normal temperatures for the middle part of September, and that just dives to the south and east. Again, there'll be a strong frontal passage in the Mid-Atlantic region sometime Thursday night into early Friday, and the cooler air really becomes noticeable as early as Friday afternoon. And here we are by Friday evening, a wide area below normal conditions from the Great Lakes all the way to the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast U.S. And that strong Canadian high-pressure system will continue to dominate, and it'll stay cooler than normal right through the upcoming weekend. Here we are now into Sunday afternoon. Again, high temperatures generally in the mid and upper 60s in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor from Friday afternoon into Monday. Looks like Saturday and Sunday generally confined to the 60s, and perhaps Monday as well. So a lot going on. We have Hurricane Sally, of course, pounding away at the northern Gulf Coast region with some tremendous rainfall amounts. Again, some spots will end up getting 2, perhaps more than 2 feet of rain from this particular event, especially in the western part of the panhandle of Florida to around Mobile Bay, Alabama. Hurricane Sally, the remnants will move very slowly through Alabama into Georgia and then finally reach the Carolinas by late Friday. At the same time, a colder than normal air mass presses southeast across the Great Lakes and into the Mid-Atlantic region by the end of the week. That's it for now. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Orian.